What's up, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard with the Gaming Brigade, back with another Division 2 video. And as I do every Monday, my friends, today I'm going to take some time, go over some of the feedback you've sent the channel, as well as talk about a lot of the things we should be hearing from the game very soon. If you happen to be new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, do me a favor, my friends, hit that like button. It really does help us out. One thing I want to mention really quick as we start off is I was getting a lot of messages from one of my previous news videos asking what build I was running because it was just shredding through the NPCs. And I want to point out I'm playing on normal difficulty just to get through the season, so that's why it looks insanely powerful. I'd also like to remind you really quick that today is the last day you can earn and spend any stars that you're going to pick up during this current global event. It does end tomorrow, so by midnight tonight you cannot earn them, you cannot spend them, so make sure you buy those legacy caches, name caches, whatever it is, because they will be gone by tomorrow. With that being said, my friends, let's now get into the questions you sent the channel over the last few days. And the number one question by far is, when are we going to get that next update from the game? You know, we had the Annex Initiative on October 28th, talked about all of the specialization revamps, all that stuff, and we know that we should be getting one within the next few days, talking about more things we can expect. Like many of you out there, including myself, I had hoped we would hear something from the game last week in regards to, any details about the next Annex Initiative, including the initiative itself. However, we did have the holiday, so that makes sense why we didn't get it last week, and I'm hoping we should get something at one point this week. Now, as of right now, it's just before 9 a.m. Pacific time on Monday, the 29th, so I'll be recording this, and hopefully around 9 they put up a tweet. At that point, I'll obviously go into details of anything they said, but I'm assuming this week we should get more details. Which now brings me to talking about some of the things we know we can expect from the game this month. Now, they've made it abundantly clear that we're going to be getting not only an in-game event, but a brand new apparel event as well. Now, some of you have been asking, are they going to bring back some of the apparel from the other events? At this point, I do not know, but I have a feeling along with the Annex Initiative this week, I also think we're going to be getting a lot of information. I think there's going to be a news dump on all the things we can expect over the next month. And not only that, but keep in mind, or at least in my opinion, December's going to go really quick. We'll have this new activity, whatever it is, and yes, maybe some people will come back to try it out, maybe some won't. We know the same players who are playing now will continue to do so, but we also know that in January, they're going to be doing the PTS, and that's going to bring a bunch of people back. Now, for those of you that may not know, unfortunately, the PTS typically is only on PC. Yes, they've had them for, console before, but with PC, you don't need a certification to make changes. So let's say if you wanted to make a small tweak here and there, they could do that on PC on a daily basis. However, when it comes to console, and keep in mind I'm paraphrasing here, I don't know the exact terms, but they need to get everything approved before they make any change to, the game itself, even though it is a PTS. So they have to get approval from Microsoft, from PlayStation. That can take extra time, which obviously burns into the, actual PTS itself. So I think that's the main reason. Now, I hope that the game will do an open beta at one point as well, because for a patch this size and whatever they happen to be, bringing to the game, I know they want as many opinions as possible when it comes to the new gameplay, the new game mode, different tweaks, all these different things. So again, there's a lot we can expect to hear soon, and hopefully this is the week where we really begin to get a lot of the good news. The next question a lot of you are asking, and this is something I addressed last week, but I want to go into a little more detail today. It has to do with, the specialization revamp, and so many people are worried that now, they do that, it's going to make all of their builds obsolete. My friends, that's not the case. All it's going to do is give you even more options to really tweak a build any way you want. Now, at this point, we know two things. We know that the game is going to be introducing new weapons, new gear, new exotics, things like that. And we also know they're going to be making improvements to current talents on some of the pieces that we have right now. And the main reason for that is, to be honest with you, some of these talents just aren't used, and there are much different ways they could be run instead. So to give you a quick example, something I'm looking forward to doing is I love using the Firewall Shield, and I wish I could use the Artificer Hive with that shield. However, that's not the case because the Artificer is locked behind the Technician specialization. Moving forward, that will not be the case, so again, you will have so many different options on ways you can put a build together that can really cater to your game style. And actually, I think all of these changes will now allow players to try different things they've never tried before. I mean, once again, I can use myself as an example, but when the Scorpio came out, before that, all I used to use was an AR and a rifle. I'd stay back like at a medium range, from the NPCs. But when this weapon came out in conjunction with Hunter's Fury, that completely changed my game style. All of a sudden, I became, someone who would stay in the middle of the pack to someone who'd be just, going run and gun nonstop. And that's how I've been playing since, and I go back and forth, but again, these little tweaks here and there make the biggest difference in your gameplay. Last but not least, my friends, I'd like to talk about what you should be doing in the game right now. And keep in mind, as I say that, it's all relative. It depends if you're a new player, if you're just returning, if you're a vet, whatever it is. Now, if you're a vet, there's nothing really new to do, because if you've already completed, the first rounds of these seasons, completing Season 7 really won't change a thing. However, for those of you that are just returning to the game, the main thing you want to focus on is getting through that seasonal reward track to level 100, because in this game, anytime you can get something as a guaranteed drop, you want to do so, and there happen to be a lot of great items in the current reward track for the seasonal replay. Now, as of right now, it says this current seasonal replay will go for 11 more weeks, and that may be the case. However, it could stop at any moment. So again, my friends, try to get as much done as quickly as possible, because you don't want to have it cut short and then not be able to actually get the things you're trying to get. The good thing, however, is that every single item from every season we've had, and there have only been 4, because keep in mind this is a replay of the original 4, everything's already in the general loot pool. So if you didn't get something, it's fine, you can farm for it, and I always recommend farm in a group, use random matchmaking, let people know what you're looking for. So many agents want to help out, so let them know what you're on the hunt for. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this thing up. Now, right now it is 9:03 a.m. We haven't heard anything from the game as yet, and typically they do post something around this time if they're going to give us news for that day. Again, we haven't gotten anything, but you guys know me. As soon as we do, I will definitely put out another update as quick as I can. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your continued support of this channel. You guys are amazing. And look, I know it sucks we don't have that information we really wanted by the end of this month. Again, it could drop tomorrow. I have a feeling they're going to give us a ton of info at once, and I really think, the next few months are going to fly by. Then we'll be in February with all the new content. Most of you know by now that one of my main goals here is to try to help gamers out in any way I can. So if you have any questions, comments, feedback, let me know in the comment section down below. It may take me a little while to get back to you. I do my best to respond to everything I can, so let me know what's up and I'll get back to you as quick as possible. On that note, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. However, like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. We would love for you to be a part of what we're doing. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
That's your target. boys. Cleaning up the streets one bad guy at a time. Nicely done, Sheriff.